right, well, another day in paradise. Where we last left off was yesterday. I didn't have a chance to record anything after that. I got a little bit busy and sidetracked and quite frankly forgot. So anyway, following morning, about to start the day here and go grab a loaded trailer. And today we're going to be heading up into Wisconsin, and from there, who knows. So anyway, let's get ready to roll here. Everything has been done pre-trip, checked everything out, make sure we're good to roll, and apologize for all the dings and bings and noises. Again, the blinker sound you're hearing, hazard lights, that is a requirement at the Walmart facility. Hazard lights always have to be on, so forgive the clicking, and off we go. So let's see if we can track down this trailer. You know, this place is gigantic. It's kind of cool when you drive up on this DC. When you drive up on it at night, you kind of see it off in the distance, and it is located out. You know, it's in the cornfields. You know, Sterling, Illinois, very nice little town along the Rock River. Quite beautiful, actually. But this is all agriculture. This is all farm fields out here. So as you're driving up, you see the glow of the lights as you would like when you approach a small city at night. And essentially that's what this place is. It's a small city. But anyway, I digress. So we're going to go hunt this trailer down, back up onto it, hook it up, and off we go. So let's see if we can find it. We're looking for 315580. So my co-pilots, see if you can help me find this trailer. 315580. Let's see here. Let's see if we get lucky and it's one of the first ones, because once we go around this bend, it goes on and on and on. There's a lot of freight moving out of this place. A lot of food. It's actually quite staggering to me just how much food comes through this place. Which, you know, it makes sense. There it is, 315,580. There's our trailer. And it makes sense because, you know, this distribution center supplies all of the food. Dry goods, frozen, dairy, produce, you name it, it comes from here. So all the food in Walmart stores and Sam's Club stores, all of it for the state of Illinois, the state of Wisconsin, Iowa, and I believe Indiana as well. All of that food that's sold and consumed via Walmart and Sam's Club in all of those states is all supplied from this place. So as you can imagine, it is enormous, and they put a tremendous amount of goods through here. So here we go, backing up on this trailer. I know I'm lined up right. Now that one looks a little low. If you can see on the driver's side mirror, you can see how close the edge of that trailer is to that rear tire. I usually like to see, you know, a good 3, maybe 4 inches there. That lets me know that, you know, the height is right. It's not too high. You don't want the trailer to be too high, because if you go barreling in there and it's too high, you do what they call a high hook, and the kingpin of the trailer just kind of blows right past your fifth wheel plate and ends up on the other side of the fifth wheel plate. And if you do that, yeah, that's a big pain in the ass to get that get that rectified. So again, as is always with all of this stuff, be careful, go slow, and concentrate on what you're doing. So, and I'm going to do exactly that right now. I need to step out of the cab, and take a close look at that and make sure that trailer is not too low. If it's too low, I got to crank it up a little bit. So I'll be back with you in just a bit. All right, so back in the truck. Yes, it does look a little low, but it looks like it will go right underneath. That's about as low as it could possibly go and still safely get under it. Now, whenever I back under a trailer, anytime I back up, period, I always roll the window down because you do want to hear what's going on. I'm going to roll this driver's side window down, and I apologize because we're right here next to a whole bunch of reefer trailers, and all of these reefer trailers have diesel engines on the front of them running the cooler, and they are incredibly loud. So if you hear motors screaming in the background, that's all the reefer trailers, so apologize for that. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm under it. Ooh, lift that whole trailer up as I back up. Yep. Okay, I'm on it. So now again, I'm going to stop and let the air suspension on the drive axles, let it adjust to the weight load that's being placed on it before we lock it in. Basically just being gentle with the equipment. You know, these trucks and all the equipment, it's all tough stuff, and it's designed to handle quite a bit, but you know, why add more to it by jamming stuff around and treating it rougher than it needs to. I think we're all right now. Give it a chance to just adjust a little bit. And now I'm going to back up, and you may hear the click, you may not with all this reefer engine noise. I don't know, but let's see. There we go. We're in it. I'm going to give it a little tug forward. Gotta give it a little push back, and a little tug forward again, and a little push back. Just a habit I got into to do that. Again, it's not something that's really that important in summer, but in winter that's a real important thing, because when things get icy and frozen, sometimes that kingpin lock arm does not fully engage. You know, it gets kind of hung up. So it's good to, you know, rock it back and forth, pressure on and off, and, you know, just to knock it loose, I guess you could say. Anyway, I got to get out again, so more later. All right, so we are all hooked up. Went through all the checks and tests and all of that good stuff, safety checks, brake tests, all of that stuff that you need to do you should do if you want to drive safely and make sure you don't kill anybody. So the last little thing we got to do as I pull forward, just do a little foot brake test here, just make sure we're not yanking off to one side or the other. We're not, so we're good. And off we go. So we're heading now to the exit gate, and right before the exit gate, the scale. I scale every load. Now I'm watching out of my driver's mirror. I'm watching those rear trailer tires. The rear trailer tires, we call those generally the tandems. When people refer to the tandems, that's what they're talking about. So I'm making sure those wheels are spinning, because sometimes the brakes get stuck and you're dragging a wheel that's got locked brakes. And now I'm looking at the passenger side. Those are rolling, so that's good. Yeah, that's kind of important. It's a step a lot of people blow off or forget about or what have you. But if you do have a stuck brake back there, you might not feel it. And you're just dragging a wheel along with you that is not moving. And the brakes are locked. That's not good. That thing will pop real quick. Anyway, hazards back on. I forgot to put those on. And around the corner we come. Whoa, hello Walmart. What are you doing? trailer there. All right. Waving me by. And off we go. To the left, to the left, to the left. Uh-oh, state trooper following that CR England truck in. Wonder what's going on there. Why is the state police coming into the DC? I may or may not find out. Probably not. Anywho, might be a bad day for that gentleman. Usually the state police don't do anything just randomly. There's got to be a purpose for why he's here. Alright, so around the corner we come. And right around this corner we got our scale. Small little plate scale, do one axle at a time. So that's another thing for people that don't drive trucks. Weights are a huge deal, and you have to always make sure that you're legal. The legal maximum for a conventional semi-trailer like this is 80,000 pounds total gross vehicle weight. So that's the weight of the tractor, the trailer, and everything in it. You cannot exceed 80,000 pounds. And in that 80,000 pounds, you are split, that weight is split between maximums per axle. So on your front axle, the steer axle, where your front steer tires are, can't be any more than 12,000. And the drive tires cannot be any more than 34,000. And the tandem axle on the trailer cannot be any more than 34,000. So if you, whoops, what am I doing? Ha! I forgot my steers. So let's see, let's get a weight on the steers. So yeah, 12,000, 34,000, 34,000, added up you reach 80,000 total gross vehicle weight. So right now, as you can see that little readout in front of me, 11,220, that's what my steer axle weighs. We're good. Would help to go in a forward gear. There we are. Yeah, and I'm not editing any of this shit out. So I'm human and I make plenty of stupid mistakes. Alright, so 160 we'll call it. Sometimes, especially when it's windy, the scale will sit there and fluctuate between a couple of weights. It's because the truck is moving. The wind is pushing it around. So yeah, you just pick one. And now for my tandems. Make sure I'm all the way on, which I am. All right, so we are legal, and we're actually balanced pretty nicely. So 29,980, 60. Okay, we'll go 60. Yeah, you always want a little bit more. I've got 33 on the drives and 29.9 on the tandems in the back. And it's always nice if you can have a little bit more of the weight on your drive axles. It gives you a little bit better handling and a little better traction. So, you know, we're not particularly heavy, so it really wouldn't matter much, but, you know, it does have a little bit of an effect. Okay, so I got to turn off now because we are going to go through the gate here. More later. Alright, well, we are in the lovely state of Wisconsin. Beautiful, bright, sunny day. A little cool out, but other than that, absolutely gorgeous. And we're coming up on a Walmart store in Racine, Wisconsin. I think technically it is in Mount Pleasant Town, which is kind of a strange thing, because if you look up anything in Mount Pleasant Town, you don't find anything, but there's a sign that says welcome to Mount Pleasant Town. So I don't know, it's a Wisconsin thing, I guess, but it's Racine, and we are 0.3 miles away It should be coming up on our right hand side. I don't see it yet. I haven't been to this store, so we're gonna have to see how we get in here, and that's always fun when you go to these stores for the first time. You know, I look them up on Google Maps and all of that good stuff, but you know, no matter what you look at, until you drive up on it, you really have like no memory to base it on. So you know, stores that I've been to, you know, as I'm approaching them, I remember them immediately, because I'm pretty good that way. As far as if I've been somewhere once, I usually remember it pretty well. But again, I haven't been to this one, so we'll see what happens. I should probably get over the right lane. It's just they keep closing the right lane and opening it and closing it again with all this construction. I don't want to get trapped. People don't let you in again, but actually this is Wisconsin. People let you in. People are very nice here. Alright, so it should be coming up. GPS is saying it's 0.2 miles. Oh, wait a second.
In 500 feet, arrive at 5625
This is one of those
Washington
little neighborhood
Avenue,
markets,
Racine,
and I
Wisconsin,
made the mistake of entering there
53406 on the right.
at the village center, and that is absolutely the wrong way to get into this place. The way you get in there is right here. Walmart truck entrance. There we go. And if you miss that, good luck. You're not going to get into this place. These little neighborhood market stores, they are real tight. Yeah. So give me just a second here. Let me just get my trailer in, and I'm in. I want to see if I can get those rear view cameras going. So give me just a moment. All right. Well, I'm learning real quickly that GoPros are a real pain in the ass. Anyway, if anybody is on watching any of this and is like works for GoPro, you guys really need to step up your game as far as your communications, the Wi-Fi and the Bluetooth with these cameras, because they are absolutely a nightmare. Trying to get these things to just turn on and turn off. You know, they disconnect, they can't find each other. You know, if you have Bluetooth on, it completely screws up the Wi-Fi. It is just a mess. So I have to make sure that I have my cell phone Bluetooth off before I can use a remote control, which is just absolutely ridiculous. Otherwise, they get all screwed up. But anyway, on that note, we are here at this store. I have been here before, this little market store. Very tight space, and we're going to see if we can get onto this dock now that I have the cameras running, and hopefully there aren't too many insane and stupid four-wheelers. Four-wheelers, by the way, is the term that truck drivers use for car drivers, pickup truck drivers, all of those other vehicles that basically run on four wheels. Actually, it should probably be more accurate to call it two axles, because some of them have more than four wheels, but I digress. Like this idiot who parks right here where I need to swing. That's a great place to park there, buddy. Make sure I don't take that pole out. Yeah, that was a wonderful place to park your car. You are an asshole. People, don't do that. Don't be this guy. I should just run over his freaking hood. Alright, so now we're just going to have to muscle our way in here. And let's give it a go. Alright, we're looking good so far. I should really run over that guy's car. God, I wish. Wouldn't that be fun? That's just me taking out my aggression. I wouldn't really do it. Jeez, calm down. I just always get a kick out of the people that park like that, because I guarantee you, That's not an elderly person. That's not somebody with a handicap or anything like that who needs to be close to the door. That's some young effing punk who is just a punk. No other word for it. Actually, there's plenty of other words for it, but we want to keep this family rated. But people like that just drive me nuts. It's like, seriously, come on. You're a young person, I'll bet. You know, why don't you park far away and get a little exercise and let the people that need the close-in parking spaces have them? But no, that would involve consideration for other people, so God forbid. Anyway, that rant over. Let's focus on backing up. Here we go. We're getting there. And as soon as those tandems hit that downslope, anything can happen. So let's see here. Again, most of the time those downward slopes on docks, they are not level. They're far from it. They pitch back and forth. They undulate. Yeah, it grabs your trailer wheels and off they go. So you got to counter steer against that. And you don't know when it's coming. You just got to watch them. Just pay attention. We're getting in there okay now. Yeah, you're doing all right. I'm liking it so far. Got to maintain it. Here comes the noise. Again, I keep my driver's side window down. You want to hear. So now that we're against this wall, you can hear the reefer running. And you hear the air brakes as I'm slowly squeezing my way in here. I go nice and slow. By the time I touch the building, I want to hardly feel that I've touched it. Nice and easy. Not a race. It's a game of precision, not of speed. You want to be as gentle and kind to all the equipment and buildings as you can. You want to be as safe as you possibly can be. That means slow down, take your time, and there we are. We just tapped against the building. I'm going to give it a little juice. And there's my man. Nice. Thank you for parking there, asshole. Okay, we're on. Yeehaw. More later. All right. So, our second stop of the day, Walmart Supercenter in Sturtevant, Wisconsin. And we are just arriving. Just turning off.
Turn right on National Avenue.
Thank you, Jackie. Jackie is my navigation, one of my two navigation systems. There's Jackie, and then there's Jill.
However, the drive to road lagging. You're on Avenue for proof of current location.
That's Jill.
Arrive at destination.
Not understanding what's going on, which is a frequent occurrence. She is the company's navigation system, Jill. And yeah, that always cracks me up when you confuse her. She always says drive to road behind you. As if you can do that in a semi-truck. Well, I think I'll just turn around and drive to that road behind me. I'm about to take this guy's front end off, so we'll wait for him. Because he's too stupid to know that a semi-truck's trailer swings. There we go. Maybe now he learned. Anyway, as they say, as I say all the time, be aware of everything around you when you drive a semi-truck and anticipate stupidity, because you will encounter a whole lot of it. Like that guy in the white Volkswagen, young kid, no experience, doesn't realize the geometry involved in a truck, and he comes sailing up to that intersection to make his little right turn after I'm already committed to my left turn. So I, as the professional driver, because I know better, I have to stop and make sure that I'm not going to crush him when I make my turn. And that responsibility is on me. That's what having a CDL is, part of what it's all about, is that as a commercial driver, it is always your fault. So you're expected to know better, and you're expected to rectify a situation, even if it means that you need to change what you're doing to compensate somebody else's stupidity. So there you go. And that's exactly what I just did. I knew that guy was going to do exactly what he did. I anticipated it. I was prepared to stop. I did stop and let him get out of the way before I crushed him. So anyway, oh, I didn't have the rear view camera on, so you didn't see that. Yeah, that little white car, when he made the turn, I was turning left. My trailer was coming over nice and quick, about ready to go right over the top of him. But I knew that was going to happen, so that's why I stopped. Anyway, we are at the Sturdivant, Wisconsin store. I believe this is the grocery dock, if I remember correctly. I've been here once before. So let's see. I'm going to swing this around here nice and careful. And let's see. Should be the grocery dock. No, this is the GM dock. See? Now? Okay, now I'm all messed up. So now I got to get around and get by this dumpster. I could have sworn I was the first one in. I thought wrong. Okay, I'm going to have to back up here real quick. Heads up, folks. And there's my dock over there. Okay. I'll remember this differently. Let's get around that container, which we are. Nice and careful, swing straight to clear. Here. Alright. I'm going to pull up here because I want to switch the cameras on. And once again, thank you GoPro. Your remote control is essentially worthless because it won't power on the cameras that are mounted outside. So I've got to roll the windows down and turn them on manually. Hope that the remote connects to them. So again, anybody from GoPro, if you're watching, you need to do some redesign, because the whole point of this remote is to be able to operate the cameras remotely. I shouldn't have to roll my windows down and lean outside to power the cameras on. It's absolutely ridiculous. And now, let's see, I'm connected to 2 and not to the 3rd. Interesting. Give me a second. Okay, we're finally connected to all 3 cameras. Absolutely ridiculous that... Anyway, enough about that. No more ranting about the stupid cameras. So, there is my grocery dock ahead. Just make sure nobody's doing anything stupid and coming around me. And off we go. So we're going to swing around, pull a U-turn, which I would never do on the street. You do that on the street, that's a good way to lose your job. We're going to come around this one, back up on this dock. Let's see if I can do it, or if I totally screw it up. Window's coming down, so it might get a little noisier. And here we go. I'm going to take every single bit of room I can. It's another thing that they teach you, grab all the room you can. That's a smart thing to do. If it's there, use it. So let's see if I can't get this trailer where it needs to be. think we're going to be better on this one than I was yesterday. And yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. Alright, work with that. And here we go. Let's get this trailer docked. Get it over a little bit to the driver's side. I'm still learning to try and not to overdo all the steering inputs, because that's something that you kind of do kind of instinctively, which is wrong. You tend to oversteer when you're going in reverse, and you make your corrections bigger than they need to be, and then you have to counter correct those, so it ends up being like this, thing where you're steering lock to lock on the steering wheel, going back and forth in a slalom because you keep overdoing it. So I'm just still, again, I'm brand new at this essentially, so I'm just still getting a feel for that. And I'm still very much guilty of oversteering sometimes, but it looks like I'm coming in pretty good this time. I shouldn't say that too soon, because now we hit a wiggle in the in the pavement, which throws everything off. Yeah, I'm too far over to the passenger side. At least for me, again, it would work. The dock plate would close. I just want to be good at backing up, and I want to be accurate. So I'm going to correct it when I can. It doesn't take that much time. It makes me feel better about the job I'm doing. So, no harm, no foul. Alright. At some point I want to pride myself on being really good at this. So, to be good at something, you gotta always evaluate what you're doing and try to do it better. And yeah, I'm a little bit too far on the passenger side, but screw it. It'll work. It'll work. And nice and gentle. And there's the building. Little push. And the brakes, and we're there. Yay, another dock. Alright, well, I think that's going to probably wrap it up for this video. Yeah, so like I said, I think that's going to wrap it up for this video. I think I got enough. It's going to start getting pretty long here, and I don't want to make these videos super long. But I've got the next couple days off. I just have to finish off this drop-off, and the trailer will be empty, and I park very close to here for my home time. So I'll be parking the truck and heading home for a couple days. So anyway, I really appreciate you guys watching. Let me know in the comments if if any of this is helpful. Again, I don't profess to know everything, far from it. I'm still brand new at this, but videos of this kind, I watched a lot of them from a lot of different drivers, and they were really helpful for me when I was checking all of this out, thinking about making it a career. So I figured, pay it forward and do the same thing. So let me know in the comments if you like the content of what I'm doing. If you don't, whatever, just be nice about it. I have a very low tolerance threshold for trolls. So as soon as I see anything troll-like in comments, I pretty much delete and block right there. So please don't be an asshole and don't be a smartass. Just be a nice person. That's all I ask. I'm not in this for YouTube stardom. I'm in this to hopefully help some people that are maybe considering this as a career. I'm really happy that I did so far, and things are going great. And yeah, so we'll leave it at that. Until next time, see ya.